Hello everyone, how's it going? I am Jeff, and this is CJM Extra, and I'm with my friend and host Mike.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And tonight we are going to be talking about James Bond 007.
Yes,
And
yes, because the last Daniel Craig James Bond movie just came out. It was good. I liked it. And it ends sadly on a downer note, I guess. But once again, this is James Bond. He's immortal. We'll be back.
yes, which I'm going by what you said. I'm not surprised, and relatively, if it's like on HBO Plus or something, I will most likely watch it.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's like I think the longest James Bond film, but it didn't feel as slow as Spectre was at
Oh
times.
God, Spectre! Oh God,
Yeah, Spectre was kind of
that was
slow.
needlessly long. I
Yeah,
don't remember a fucking thing about that shit.
yeah, we might have to revisit that later. Like in
Yes.
terms of like actually watching it together, maybe.
Yeah, because okay. Okay, so let's begin with this. James Bond, as you know, as everyone might be aware of, has been out since like the 1960s, and but it was based off a book apparently.
Yes, this book series from Ian Fleming. Ian Fleming wrote the Bond stuff in 50s, 60s, early 60s and stuff. That's when Bond got really popular. In fact, at one point he did want to kill Bond off relatively early in the Bond career because he wanted to kill him off at Russia of Love, which I forget, I think it's the second book. Yeah, he wanted to kill him off that early.
Wow, the second book, interesting.
Yeah, I think so, because the third book is Doctor No, which showcases Okay Bond lives.
Hmm.
Because the end of the book is obviously the movie because it's kind of like he gets poisoned, yeah, and then obviously he survives. Well, I think he's convinced to keep it going, yeah,
Wow.
and so yeah, it's ironic because Doctor No ironically is the first in the movies, but it's like the third book.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, they are and they Narnia that and Flush of Love is the second movie in the movieverse. Narnia,
Hmm.
yeah. So,
Okay.
but anyway, yeah, Bond was like very popular, like the whole spy genre. Terms of like the West versus the East type feel. Look, Ian Fleming created like Spectre or some of the Bond's enemies, kind of as a way to make these stories more timeless rather than just like focus on their era.
Hmm.
Even though the movies are a product of their era in some cases, sadly. But yeah, but for most part, those films are borderline being really good spy thrillers to hokey fun to stupid fun to fun in a stupid way to being dramatic in a good way sometimes depending. And sometimes hit or miss. So yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
looking at. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, but overall, films for the most part have been enjoyable.
Hmm.
I mean, most of the films are at least watchable. I'm
Or
gonna
it's not
say,
long because sometimes
yeah,
it becomes
yeah,
a drag fest.
yeah. Spectre was watchable. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of parts drag. This film, I mean, there could have been some stuff that could have been cut and stuff, but once again, this is me. I still liked it though.
Hmm.
Well, Rami Malek's character as a villain is it's alright. Not the most glorious villain.
Hmm.
He was good, but in terms of being like a memorable villain, uh, no, not really. Sadly, but it did still do decent for bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your that feel about it since you went to go see it with him?
He liked it, but once again, the ending was something because once again, the ending, well, the spoilers,
That's fine.
uh,
That's fine.
spoilers, but the ending is kind of similar to Honest Man's Secret Service, except instead of um, James Bond's wife dying, uh, um, James Bond, quote unquote, dies. But I'll get to the reasons why. Um, for those that don't know, this is the first because James Bond has never, quote unquote, lost in that type of way or one type of way. Um, but my dad kind of like felt a little strange, like it's strange seeing like James Bond actually dying. He does it for love because the plot of this movie is that MI6 sadly was like in research of doing once again deals with virus. So if you're sensitive to viruses and stuff or nano stuff, turn away for a second because this MI6 like was researching this like virus type thing that could be manufactured way to target a specific person using DNA.
The
So,
fuck. Oh.
say if you get this DNA target on you, it won't affect you, but it'll affect the person who is like is the target, and as well as their family members as they find out if they're biologically related,
Mm-hmm.
as you find out in film. And so M kind of like is like trying to hide it because he fucked up. Because Russia and Russian scientists want to get sketchy, like working on it. But Spectre found out, but Rami Malek's character in the film like finds out and then like has this Russian scientist engineer the virus to kill off all Spectre. So pretty much this film kills off a lot of characters. Not a lot, but like
Judy
all Spectre.
Dench. Judy Dench is dead.
Yeah,
Oh no, she's been dead. I'm sorry.
yeah, she's been dead, but yeah, but yeah, they kill off all remaining members of Spectre who were rested in the end of Spectre.
Damn.
So Spectre is pretty much dead.
They attack
Um,
their DNA and all their family members.
yeah, if you're biologically related, it will kill you. And Bond accidentally at the end of the film gets poisoned by Rami Malek's character, the woman he loves. Because spoiler, Bond finds out that he has a daughter
Of
from her.
course.
Yes, this this girl and this like cute little kid and son. And Bond knows that it's his daughter. At first, she denies that's her daughter, and he has blue eyes. She's dead kid. Wait, that crack, that has blue eyes and stuff. And yeah, but it's like a sad kind of like bittersweet moment because of like you expect Bond to like pop up and win, but no, he doesn't sadly because he and Rami Malek's character Stefan get into a fight. Bond gets poisoned. He realizes that he can't be with the woman he loves. So he stays behind because first of all he has to open these missile doors so the missiles get blown up to this facility that's making this virus.
Mm-hmm.
And interestingly enough, in disputed waters between Japan and Russia. So there's a little bit of a Doctor No feel a little bit
Oh.
to it in the sense that Rami Malek has, this Japanese like feel about him. Kind of singing also with directed by Cary Fukunaga,
Hmm.
first American director of James Bond film, and first Asian American as well.
Okay.
Uh, so, I mean, overall, and plot wise, yeah, the virus might be like, okay, it's very real because of COVID and stuff.
Yes.
This film.
Yes.
And yeah, but the bottom line is that he isn't able to be with the woman he loves or the daughter because if he goes to them, they would die. So, in a sense, he stays behind, sacrifices himself, and it gets exploded. And Obama obviously recovered, so it's presumed that they're gonna retcon, like for the next James Bond film. I'm assuming they're gonna like wipe clean slate because they also call Felix Leiter. They pretty much like go full circle, like revisiting some plot points and make it clear that this is the end of Daniel Craig's run
Hmm.
as Bond, but not the end of the Bond character.
So, may I ask something? And this is something I've always
Yeah.
kind of held when I was watching one or two films. I've always saw it when I watched it like a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the James Bond deal. I think it's supposed to be more of a title, a symbolism, not just a one
Um,
person. He's just a title.
well, that's been kind of like debunked,
Oh, okay.
I believe, because most people, or at least I believe it's assumed that he's a person, but just different actors. Now, having said that, not that what they're intending. Like I heard that theory that James Bond's title, the title is his below moniker is the title.
Mm.
Um, that is a title that's passed on. In fact, when Bond early in the beginning of the movie kind of like drops off because once again, like Spectre kind of like wants to fuck over Bond. He fucks on Blofeld. Once again, fucks over Bond and his relationship, where he thinks at the beginning that she betrayed him, stuff like that, all that trauma stuff. She's actually pregnant at the time, doesn't know that, and it's hinted at the beginning
Hmm.
without like clearly saying that she's pregnant and stuff. But but and he does meet his replacement, who takes over the 007 moniker for a little bit. Is the Lashana,
Black
I
girl, the
believe.
black lady.
Yes,
Hmm.
who does a pretty good job, and actually, they try quips back and forth Bond and her, but they do grow like to get to respect each other, and she does give back the 007 moniker to him.
At the end, or
Yeah, towards the end there,
before it
like
ends, or
when they
something.
go, yeah, for the final mission, we'll go, okay, fine. You can have its just number, just like respect to it and stuff. But so I get where that theory is because once again, like the actors change, so the whole like is James Bond different as a moniker? I get that in that world it would fit, but we have to remember it's also fiction.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where like that theory came. But I mean, it could work on
Unless,
like like Sean Connery, like Rushmore, they don't look a lot, but you can kind of see that. But I think it's more like as long as people believe you're like suave at times and know how to fight, then you're pretty much unjectable
okay,
and
shaken,
stuff. So
shaken, not stirred, or whatever.
yeah, yeah, and Bob does drink some stuff, especially especially when he meets up with the Cuban the Cuban spy who's the maid in Knives Out. And that was a fun little moment there.
Good film that fella. Good film that
And
was.
yeah, and he personally like since they worked together, he said, why not? and being a spawn for like a brief like character. Like, she's maybe only in there for like 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
screen time, maybe.
Hmm.
Probably wrong, but like it's a good fun moment with her character. Just like, yeah, I was on training for 3 weeks. Bond's just like, oh god. Bond's just like, oh my god, this is awkward. And then he takes a drink at one point after like 3 weeks of her. Because like she's like kicking ass and killing the bad guys. Bad guys suck at this point. And so I'm just like, and he takes a swig of some vodka or margaritas or whatever was he trying.
I can see Daniel Craig's character doing that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I gotta take some.
he's got that quip. He's got that wittiness to him, like oh god, that British wit. Like oh god, this is gonna be
Yeah, yeah.
great.
He does. He has that try with like the Dan Craig movies are kind of like more down to earth,
Mm-hmm.
which I can see like the criticism of it because it's maybe not be as like funny as like the Pierce Bronson. Pierce Bronson era kind of came cheesy
Mm-hmm.
at the end, especially dying on the day. Oh my god.
Now, um, anything else you want to say? Because I think you might want to take a rest with your voice.
Yeah. But overall, once again, I think it's a good film. I think it's a good conclusion to Daniel Craig's journey as Bond. Yeah, I think it's my second favorite. That's
Hmm?
Skyfall. Skyfall I really like.
Oh my god,
Sail
Skyfall. That was
Round's good.
Skyfall fucking did something after.
Yeah.
What was it? Not Casino Royale was also good.
Yes.
It was Spectre, right? It was that one, or was it Spectre or the one where that no one? It was Spectre, right?
Uh,
There was another film that. God damn, I gotta look it up.
the console is good. Weakest one. Well, it's like it's like every other film. There's like a good one, and then there's an okay one.
Quantum of
Um,
Solace. That's also the other one.
yeah, that one was alright.
That one
Not
was
that
also
good.
kind of boring for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It seems like every other film is good, and then there's a low point one. I guess.
Mm,
I guess it's a bit the director's way.
mm, okay. Well, I'll let you take a mini break with your voice, but I'll start
Okay.
talking with about um 007. I'm happy that you and your dad enjoyed it. Apparently, I believe some, I guess, acquaintances of ours, fellow Twitters, people, Austin and his brothers, they went to go see the film, and I think they kind of enjoyed it. I think I really couldn't get a feel for how they feel, more or less, but they seem to enjoy it more or less.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another
Um,
big pop.
Yeah, they're very big. Yeah, they're very big on Bond. I'm like, if you have to describe me, I'm like, so I'm a casual. I'm very casual with the Bond movies in particular because I only got through the Bond films more or less through music videos or the songs later in
Mm-hmm.
life, and then I think a couple of years earlier I did start watching some James Bond films, particularly Goldfinger, because of that theme song, which is like
Yes.
Goldfinger.
There you go.
Because that's such an icon. That's one of the iconic songs.
Yeah, the first one to actually use a the actual song,
Yes.
the original song. Because like the first one that like the iconic James Bond theme and stuff. And I forget from Loves. I think it's something similar, but it wasn't like a actual original song.
Yeah.
And the score figured it stuck.
Okay. Let's see. The song Goldfinger by the song. I'm trying to look up the on at voice singer because she's still around, I believe. But she did such an amazing job on that, and apparently
Yeah,
she also did Diamonds Are Forever.
yeah, that was forever to say another Amazon right Bond film that like people like say Roger Moore started kind of like the goofiness. No, Diamonds Forever has some pretty goofy stuff.
Really? That's a goofy one. Okay.
Yeah, that's some goofy moments of like, oof. Um, yeah,
And it's more tongue in cheek, a Goldfinger apparently, because
yeah,
it was so fucking cheesy how they got rid of him, but he blew out the fucking window like, what the fuck is this shit?
yeah. Yeah, some of those Bond films are like cheesy ways and more down their ways or tongue cheek ways as it's getting sucked down of the plane.
It's so fucking funny though for some odd reason.
Yeah, there's some amusing deaths. Yeah, yeah. Like oof.
Um,
Every time I think of oof, death, it's die another day. Because cheesy death in a way. Because once again, bad guys putting in buttons to electrocute you because you're a dumbass.
mm. Shirley Bassey. She's the one that's
Yeah.
saying Goldfinger and Diamonds Are Forever, which
Yes.
I just
So,
heard and it was fucking great. So like, love
yes.
such a good song. She's such a good performer for the Goldfinger, and
Yes.
um
And,
and yeah, I think Goldfinger was the only one I watched because I was trying to watch something else. I think Thunderball. I got kind of bored with it.
yeah, and that one isn't as good. And I think Sean Connery was happy with that one either. You know, that got like introduced like the whole like Spectre, more Spectre organization a little bit.
Hmm.
Like the whole number one number system because they didn't like expose number one was until the next movie You Only Live Twice. Um yeah, now I'm thinking
Oh, a lot
with
of women. It looks like he had an orgy.
yeah.
And apparently, this James Bond and You Only Live Twice was someone named Lewis Gilbert. He's only did one. Let's see. No, he did a couple more. Oh no, no, I'm sorry. That's the director. Um, oh, You Only Die Twice is all about. Okay, all Sean
Yeah, you
Connery.
only got twice, not you only got twice. That one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
and Sean Connery also came back for Diamonds Are Forever, and that's it. I think that was his last
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, he came back for that one. He came back for an unofficial James Bond, which was a remake of Thunderball, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
It was alright. I think I forget that one because like and stuff. But yeah, but he came back from that run after George Lazenby had his one and done film on his Fantasy Secret Service, which is the first Bond movie where Bond kind of wins but also loses
Oh.
because spoilers, he gets married, his wife gets killed at the end.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, she gets killed, and it ends with like Bond kind of like crying, which kind of sadly killed George Lazenby's run as Bond, because like Bond like mourning over his wife, even though it's natural because he did love her. Uh, um, men back then were just like, oh, a gas. It's 69. Yeah.
This is in her.
Anyway,
Is this in on Her Majesty's Secret Service?
yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
where he gets married.
Wait, yes.
Okay.
Played by the actress, played Emma Peel in The Adventures, the British 60s series.
The Avengers.
Yeah, yeah, the 60s British, like, spy series. She was the person who played Emma Peel. She was the one who
Oh,
played Jack.
her.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
passed like a year ago. May she rest in peace. She was
yeah, yeah.
also in Game of Thrones. She played that popular character everyone loved.
Yes, yes. She was James Bond's wife for like 5 minutes, really.
Nice.
Tell, yeah. But she did play that. Also, her co-star Wood playing James Bond film like in the 80s.
Hmm.
A View to a Kill. He played a brief part, but once again, he was a good actor too. He was, because he passed away like a number of years ago.
A View to Kill came out in 1985, it seems.
Yes,
And this was the last of someone named Roger Moore
yes,
as his time as James Bond.
yeah, because he was like 57 at the time. And he was like embarrassed, kind of. He found out that he was older than his like co-star's like mother or
Oh,
teenage. He was like, oof, time for me to go. Because he really wanted to quit
nice.
after I
Okay.
believe Moonraker. He was done like around Moonraker, maybe for Eyes Only in '81, but he stuck around for a little bit longer because he respected the producers and I guess you want to give them time to get the next James Bond
Hmm.
ready.
Hmm.
And yeah, but he knew he was done after Victor. It's like I'm
Oh no, I am older here. Oh fuck no.
yeah,
Fuck
like
this.
I'm done.
Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck this. I'm peace. Peace. I'm too old for this shit.
Oh yeah, like oh
Yeah,
shit. Interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so we got Sean Connery for like a couple of movies in the '60s, and then we get someone named George Lansbury for On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Sean
Mm-hmm.
Connery again for 1971, Diamonds Are Forever, and then the Roger
Mm-hmm.
Moore years for the '70s and a little bit of the '80s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for a brief time, for the Living Daylights, someone named Timothy Dalton was only
Yeah.
in two.
Yeah. And Timothy Dalton filmed them and did a good for a time.
Hmm.
License to Kill was kind of like probably at that point the darkest James Bond film because um suppose one of James Bond's like friends of Felix Leiter wife gets like murdered and also like, applied to be raped in
Oh
that film.
God.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think something like that. Either way, it's got a dark. I think also Felix Leiter gets tortured as well in that film. Um, it was like Benicio del Toro's first film. What was his first film in America?
Hmm.
And using it as Bond, like a villain. The main villain is in that film was the if you seen Die Hard, and he's the white Agent Johnson.
Okay.
Yes, if you know Die Hard, Maniac Cop 2 and 3, Profiler, that old '90s series.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was part of that crew. Robert Davi, I believe is his name. Yeah, he was the main villain in that series or for that movie and something. Yeah, and I think it's the first James Bond movie to be rated PG-13
Hmm.
because at that point, all the Bond films were PG.
Even with all the pretty, late, scantily clad women running around sometimes being
Yeah,
sexy, I expected these
yeah.
supposed to be PG
But there was no
13.
nudity. There was no like bloodshed happens. It was good.
Okay.
Once nudity and or bloody violence came in, it was R.
Wow.
Yeah, strange back then, but I believe yes. Um, it was because like it was not R-rated, but it was like applied dark stuff happened. So yeah, and so yeah, and then there's like that brief, like the longest gap between like Bond would be the 6 years happened, and you got Pierce Brosnan in there.
Yes, GoldenEye, which came out in 1995 when I was like 11, and I didn't get to any attention to go to any James Bond films at the time. So
Yeah.
this is beyond my knowledge.
Yes, and for those, like, honestly, no lie, it's a good starting point for those who want to get into Bond films. It's kind of good, schlocky, fun film. Yes, Orson Bean is in it. Yes, he dies.
Of course.
Yes, he dies, but yeah, but a good kind of like fun. stuff kind of reminds you of, okay, a little bit of Roger Moore, and it kind of shows because, like, Pierce Brosnan, some of his films, like, are over the top and a little bit silly. At times I keep remembering Die Another Day because there's
Okay,
some, like,
Die
lines that's,
Another
oh,
Day. Okay, Die Another Day. I did hear about more in the trailers for it because I remember something with Halle. I just saw the picture. Fuck, Halle fucking Berry's in that shit, and I'm
yeah,
thinking,
yeah, the
oh,
comments,
really, Halle Berry? Oh
yeah,
God.
she
Okay.
was in it. There's one scene where she kills the female baddie just like pre-disc because there's like a knife in this book. So she slams like the book, the knife into the bad female lady's like stomach, and it's like read this, and it's like, oh, ooh,
So it's just that bad. Like,
like, ooh. And the comments are just like, why couldn't it be reversed or whatever? And it's like, oh, comments, why?
the comments broke everything. They're just sucking it out. Like, oh no. Like,
Yeah, and then
oh no, no, I.
I remember the bad guys, like the bad guys trying to beat up Chris Bronson, like, welcome to reality, and Chris Bronson gets like some button, something that causes like this electrical discharge, and he falls out and like or no, why happened? He he opens the plane jets, like, he pulls the villain's like parachute because stupid idiot leaves the door open. So parachute pulls him out, and he's trying to like grip on to like the plane, like totally on for your life. And Pierce Bronson goes, "Well, welcome to gravity," or something like
Oh, he
gravity.
said a corny. Oh, oh
And then he pushes.
gosh. Oh, oh,
Then he pushes his button, and then the villain gets shot, slips, and then parachute pulls him to
oh,
down.
come
And then
on.
white, and then it explodes, and I'm just like, oh,
Oh
oof.
my god.
Yeah, yeah, I keep thinking of that because, like, oh, yeah, no wonder they said, no, here we go, we're running it around because this is bad.
Oh, and oh my god, it's that bad. Oh, I'm not sure if I should watch that one. I might avoid that one.
It's good maybe if you're drunk and riff because it's like, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
not the best fun film.
okay,
It's humorous in a bad way. I'll
okay.
leave it at that.
We need to. Okay, at some point we're gonna need to watch. Okay, we gotta watch the Pierce Bronson together and just like
Yeah,
do a recording like how we did with Titanic.
yeah, hell
We
yeah,
just
we
record
gotta see.
ourselves watching only the Pierce Bronson shit, and that's it. Because I need to get started on the Pierce Bronson era of 007. Because you know I'm
Yeah,
more
there's
worried
something.
now for the Die Another Day shit.
Yeah, yeah, they,
And the thing is,
yeah, that's something.
the thing is, I only know about Die Another Day because, of course, this was like when I was like height of my teenage years, being like 16 to 17 years old, 2002. But I was like into Madonna and shit, and
Yeah,
I thought she was it's Madonna, like come on.
yeah, it's,
It's an okay music video. The song's okay, but it's not like Billy
yeah,
James Bondy.
yeah. I kind of felt like pop star. Like it was alright for a month. Like opening, I like the music video.
Yeah, 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 yeah. A
But
lot of
yeah,
homages and all that shit.
yeah. When you see Octo hat in there, they got like and stuff. And yeah, it was like yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was alright.
It was all
Like,
right for them. It was all right since it's Madonna like fighting against herself, and it's supposed to be symbolizing like your id and erd or something, inner
yeah.
you, the dark you, or whatever. And
Uh,
the thing is, this was like at the peak of Madonna when she got into like Pilates, and she had the music makes the people come together kind of thing, and
uh,
so yeah, I get it. I get it. So Madonna, okay, much power to you. You tried, I guess, but no one's really
she
gonna
tried.
see.
They tried to make it like poppy. I was like, does poppy work? Depends.
it, pop music, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's like it's technically kind of safe,
Yeah,
but it's like when you think of pop music, I think for like pop music from like in a different movie than James Bond. Honestly,
mm-hmm.
like we're going by like epic Bond songs, and I'm not gonna count the Goldfinger and Diamonds Are Forever songs. Like say like Sheryl Crow, for instance, when she did Die Another Day, like Tomorrow Never. I'm sorry, Tomorrow Never Dies. That's
Yeah,
like a nice kind of almost ballad thing that resonates well with her voice. Or as you love immensely, The World Is Not Enough by Garbage. By the
yes,
group Garbage, sung by Shirley Manson. Fucking,
yeah,
fucking great singer she is.
yeah. She's a great singer.
And she
Very,
had like
very,
that operatic ballad shit, like the
yeah.
world is not enough.
I mean, yes, it's a good video. Good,
Oh my
good.
god, that fucking video is wild.
Yeah, it's very wild. I'm just like, oh, like is it a robot? Yeah, it's like a robot for like replacement robot, and like your kiss that has a
Yes!
bomb in there. It's just awesome.
The world is not enough. Oh shit. She really gave that fucking performance. I give that shit an A plus. God damn it, she
Yeah.
knew the assignment. She knew the assignment.
Oh yeah. Gee.
Yeah. That's like a fucking Bond. That's like Bond of the '90s shit right there. Like that's some epic shit. Like you can know people are forever gonna talk about. It's just the music performances of who
Yeah.
you get.
Mm-hmm.
But Die Another Day, it might be the weakest off the bat.
Yeah, he's up there being one of the weakest of all time. You know, saying this from along. Yeah, it might be the weak. Sadly, we're very close to it.
And again, to verify, I mean, I feel like I have to explain myself because it's an opinion, but Madonna's not a bad artist. She's not. She's great. She's like, come on.
Shit.
She's like one of the peaks of pop music. She's the one I kind of got some more shit out there. Push the boundaries for the like late '80s and '90s for like pop music and women pop music. Any singer who came out after her kind of owe it to
Mm-hmm.
Madonna for pushing the envelope and you can be whoever the fuck you want to be and shit, and you
Mm-hmm.
stand proud and shit. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, Madonna. She tried her best.
Yeah.
And
Did
of
her.
course, when you get fucking okay, I'm not the best. I'm not the biggest Halle Berry fan, right? Okay, so I'm not the biggest Halle Berry fan. I think she's totally obnoxious and pretentious and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
she did not deserve that fucking Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What was that fish movie?
The monster ball.
Yeah, I'll say. Oh God, Monster. She was so. It was so pretentious. That fucking film. They probably were. They probably were slow that year. That's why they gave it to her. Like, oh, there's nothing out, right? We'll give it
Mm-hmm.
to her because she's also black. So we need to give the black people a win, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and of course, oh, I played Storm in X Men, which that was no fucking great. She wasn't a great Storm. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
She was not, in my opinion, she was not a fucking great Storm. They only went to her because she was the only black woman they could find to play Storm and more popular. So,
Yeah, bro. So,
but okay, no, okay, I'll stop shitting on Halle Berry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't at me. It's just that she's in the fucking cover holding a fucking gun with Pierce Bond as his final James Bond, and it's like,
yeah.
mm, all right, this is gonna end in a whimper, right? Because this is 2002. Movies were kind of I feel like movies were lost in 2002. I mean, we had fucking Halloween Resurrection. That was bad. The 2000 era was not good for some films.
Yeah, sadly, it's like,
It fucked over with Halloween, James Bond, maybe of course Jason, but Jason X is just fucking just hilarity. It's not even bad. It's just fucking hilarious, that movie.
it's like cheesy, bad, and knows what it is.
Yes.
Cheesy fuck.
Yeah. Um Even I'm gonna say for early 2000s, also Scream 3 was not the best, even though it was funny. It has that
Oh yeah,
2000 feel to it. Like, oof, this is not great.
it's yeah, and we'll be getting our Scream 5 next year.
Which I'm actually going to support because I read up on the interview, I read up on what Entertainment Weekly said,
Cool.
and Nev Campbell was not going to. I think she wasn't planning. She was hesitating because, and she said something about, I loved that man. I loved Wes Craven. May he rest in peace. Um, this was his baby. That kind of that brought back the slasher flick of the '90s, thanks to Scream.
Yeah.
It put more Nev Campbell on the map. It showed Brittany Cox had some range and gave David Arquette a push. And Wes Craven had a vision, and he was well respected, being the director and everything. So he was great. And when
Mm-hmm.
he passed, and Scream 4, which is like his last film, I guess everyone thought this is it. This is the last Scream. I mean, who's ever going to tackle it? Two two film writers decided to try to tackle this, but they had great respect for him and his vision and the story and the characters and what they want to bring to it. And
Yeah.
and when Neb Campbell said that she'll do it after reading the script, she said, "I think this is good." Not well, I'm
Yeah. So I
paraphrasing, but
think
she said
it's
like, yeah, he gave the. I mean, if you get Neb Campbell, good. So it's like, okay.
yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. So I'm curious to see what they do with this film. Because that's like I said, it's like I'm curious when they when they eventually do reboot the Bond films in a few years. See what direction they go with that.
Yes, we'll see what happens with Scream 5, even though
Yeah.
I would usually be as emo hipster, but actually I'm interested because I mean, this is not even honest. I love Scream 4 for what it was. It was I saw it in theaters with a friend at the time. And great,
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, and I love the music. I love the characters, even
Mm-hmm.
though I wonder how they're gonna get Ghostface involved because you already did all of Sydney's family. So
Mm-hmm.
unless they're gonna go a different angle and it's just gonna be a new group of teenagers who have to deal with it and them being like the great support, make sure the kids survive, then I'll be fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this is not a Scream talk. I mean, we could get into Scream some other time or slasher flicks.
Yeah.
This,
Exactly.
yeah, this
Maybe
is
right around.
yes, this is James Bond. So Die Another Day sucked ass. I'm gonna say because
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. So now it's making more sense now that I got a more actual timeline that I'm leading it up on it now. Casino Royale was the beginning of Daniel Craig era in 2006.
Yes, the rebooted era. They basically, after there, they kind of like rebooted, kind of like restarted the continuity a little bit. And by like when the Bond's continuity's up in the air, really at this point.
Hmm.
But like they kind of like wanted to do their own continuity, which is good and stuff. Tweak the characters a bit, bring them back to earth a little bit, like not make his film so like cheesy, outrageous.
Kind of more serious.
Yeah, a little bit more serious, a little bit darker, maybe depending. Casino Royale was actually decent, I thought.
I thought this. I mean, the main theme by "You Know My Name" was fucking great.
Yeah, it was good.
I was shit. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought, oh, but I got it confused though. I thought it was Quantum of Solace was then Casino Royale, but then it's saying Casino Royale then Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
Okay,
Clone Sauce was the second in series
you're
original.
right. It was the second after Casino Royale because it takes place right after that one. Okay.
Yeah, because like Quantum was sort of used as place of Spectre because they didn't have the film rights. The Spectre came out around that period. So Quantum was like using place of it, which Quantum is also like the Spectre in terms of like language. So it's like a tongue cheek nod. It says this is a Spectre, but we're not calling it Spectre. But most people know Spectre.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that came out in 2008, which I didn't pay attention to. I think I know. I know I did own Quantum of Solace. I didn't. I was completely fucking lost aboard, so I have no memory of this.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 2012, we got Skyfall, which I saw with two friends at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking enjoyed it. I mean, it was at the time. I mean, I thought it was more Adele, sadly, because
Yeah.
it's fucking Adele and everything. And if you
It's
don't
a
know
good
who
little
Adele
thing.
is, go just look up "Hello, It's Me."
Yeah, that song's good. Well,
So,
but yeah, that song really was good, but it also got like it was a good Bond film, and director was influenced a little bit by The Dark Knight, so that's why some of the beats are kind of like Dark Knightish.
mm, mm.
Uh,
Skyfall also had. This would be spoiler alert: Judi Dench's last time as M.
yeah,
She
yeah,
died. She dies at the end. So,
yeah, yeah.
and
Sadly,
sadly, but it's Judy. It's Judi Dench. I mean,
yeah. And she's actually at the premiere of uh, No Time to Die a few weeks ago.
oh, that's good. Oh, good for her.
I could have like a police cameo inspector.
You know,
And,
no.
and her picture is also in No Time to Die.
Okay,
Like
cool.
an actual painting of M, and also like another M for Roger Moore era. Like a nod to like previous M.
Hmm.
Also acknowledging James Bond's history as
Okay.
well.
All of James Bond history.
Yeah, a little bit. There's like some yeah, like some of these like later Bond films would use elements that were like from previous Bond films.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw like David Bautista's characters like a homage of Jaws and Oddjob in a way.
Mm-hmm.
There's like these big physical brutes that just like make Bond like oh god he's coming type deal. You know those like giants who could kick Bond's ass.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, like Goldfinger, Oddjob, the guy at the polar hat, and yeah, and Jaws,
Uh,
the Bond villain with the metal teeth.
I know who he is. I mean, he's in the Zeitgeist. Take a shot. I said Zeitgeist.
Yes,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
who he is. The dude with the metal mouth, and then the dude with the hat, the Japanese dude.
yeah,
I
yeah, and
know
they're
who
both
those
like
two are.
yeah, they're both popular like sidekick villains.
Mm-hmm.
And Zeitgeist, they even appeared in the Simpsons episode once when they're
I can believe it.
when they're when they're they James when I was saying Bond episodes and they use Sean Connery's Bond because like a play joke on Goldfinger. But I was saying Scorpio in that episode where Homer who's the new like quote unquote better
Oh yeah,
guy.
no, I know that episode. Oh my god, he fucked
Yeah,
over Bond. I don't know.
yeah. Like get him, he's supposed to die or something. Homer being the idiot. He's on the Bond. Yeah, there are other incarnations as well, but
Mm-hmm.
appearing
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in the Simpsons as well.
Mm.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
um, Actually, I don't think I've ever watched Spectre. It was Quantum of Solace I watched, which I have no memory of. Spectre, I don't think I ever watched.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a little
That's a
more
forgotten
fun.
one. I think I ignored it.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, either way, it was long. Well, crying you, it's long. This one, no doubt that's long. But,
148 minutes.
yeah.
Damn.
Well, either way, we'll probably maybe.
Sometime we will, but first we've already established, or we'll talk. We'll just start with the Pierce Bronson age era.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
try to
well,
get
sir.
Chris involved because he's never watched it.
Yeah, he's never watched a Bond film. Yeah. Well, that's about like nine. Golden Eye's a good start. Like,
Mm.
come on, at least for fun. So,
And the last Daniel Craig film, as you talked about, is No Time to Die, which I guess did very well, more or less.
yeah, it did well. It's doing better globally, but here it's alright. But globally, it's doing very well.
I think it's more. I think it has a more personal beat for said fans that are taking it kind of hard with how No Time to Die
Yeah,
went. I think.
yeah, especially when you're watching, but oh god, James Bond dies and it ends with the same music to On His Majesty's Secret Service. So it's like, oh,
Maybe I don't have a strong emotional attachment to James Bond per se. That's why
mm-hmm.
I honestly don't feel like this compelledness of dread. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's like sweet that he just couldn't be with the woman he loved, but he
Hmm.
sacrifices himself because he loves her, he loves his daughter,
I
he knows
probably.
and like, look, I can't be with you, so I'm just gonna get rid of this virus because I know, because I can't be with you. That
He shows his love
time,
through actions more than words.
yeah, yeah, he admits that, he admits that, then that our daughter's like the most beautiful thing ever.
The thing about James Bond is that he's a womanizer, and it's like depending on what movie you watch, it's like it
Yeah,
shows, particularly more in the '60s and '70s, where he's like kind of more sexist or whatever.
yeah.
That's like, oof. He treats these women as just nothing but boys. But then, as you said, for what was it you said it was in? Not Diamonds Are Forever. Live and Let Die.
On His Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh yes, on your yes, that one.
Yeah,
He
that
he
one
he
where
get yeah he
oh,
falls in love with someone.
yeah, and then
Actual love.
tragically got shot after they're married. It's just like, damn. It's like
So
she was like, they were like, she was like shot
it's
and like a drive by too.
mm, it's hard to think that he can really truly fall in love with someone.
Yeah,
He's had so many lovers.
that's true.
He's had so many lovers. Had so much sex. And
Yeah,
he must use protection clearly, or at times, depending.
mm-hmm.
I don't know,
Yeah.
because he's supposed to be the suave British man,
So I'm French, man.
and yet he's we don't know anything about his character except like where he came from, what he does, like what does he have any off time, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's practically mysterious. Like you just gotta fill in the blanks by your own cognition. Like, oh, he might do this on the side, but he's always busy, and he clearly has like a pen. He clearly has like a nice house somewhere in like France or some British Isle or something that he goes to once in a while if he really needs to take some time.
Mm-hmm. He loves his car.
God, he has. Oh, yes, he does cars, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, James Bond. Is there anything else? It was, beside there was like a lot of books, as you said, before and after, pre
Yeah.
and post, that are actual
Yeah.
books.
Like this movie and Spectre, like the first movies that are like based on any like sort of book from Ian Fleming,
Hmm.
or or like from like an expanded like universe, because like the authors write like James Bond stories, like it's like totally like original that it's came up with.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like in a way it's like interesting. I mean, once again, I don't know what the future holds for Bond. Like I said, I believe now more than I have to think about it. That they're just gonna hardcore reboot the Bond universe again, like create another universe storyline that's gonna
Which
be
is fine. I mean,
it's not.
you can have you can still acknowledge certain things from the past and saying it
Yeah,
did
of
happen.
course.
Don't worry about it. Just don't think too much about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you should like think about because this is a film, it's a series, and it's gonna continue long after we're gone, more or less, as long as it keeps making money.
Which it
So
does because clearly it's a popular thing. It's a popular franchise.
yeah, yeah. So like, don't think too much about it. Yeah, I guess it's a bummer that Bond dies for the first time, but hey, Bond's gonna be back. So I thought of it more as a joke way. Yeah, he's 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 on vacation for a bit. He'll be back, or he's in retirement now. Now, quote unquote, he'll be back.
Now, here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
Does it really matter who plays James Bond? Like, do you think it should be anyone
Um.
else, or should it just strictly be a British white guy or Caucasian dude? British Caucasian dude.
I think he can be a British white guy. I mean, I could see an African American if they really wanted to, but at the end of the day, like they can also write characters for like women or minorities that are equal to James Bond and make them just as well. I would be supportive of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they want to explore like a new character who is a double O who knows James Bond
Mm-hmm.
and like tries to like do his own adventures. I'd be sold on that, be happy for that. But like I said, like now let's like take like decide to take the old James Bond as a dad, like which I could him do. I can see that possibly working nowadays. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to them like making it fun as mock current, but I mean, it works. But
Okay.
once, well, let's see who they choose. They said they're not gonna worry about choosing the like sometime next year, quote unquote. So we'll wait and see.
And let's see. I could have now I remember why there was such controversy with Daniel Craig at first because he was an old man at the time. What, 50
You know, he
something?
looked
They didn't
older.
like them. No one apparently people or randoms just said, no, he's too old to be James, he's supposed to be young. And
Yeah,
then they see him performing Casino Royale and it's like and then shut him up like, oh I love him.
yeah, pretty much.
Sucking his
Like,
dick.
yeah, pretty much. Like, I can see like where like some people think he should be young, but like Pierce Bronson was like in his 40s at the time.
He didn't
So
look
yeah,
like. Going by some of the viewpoints I've got of him in those music videos, he did not look like he was 40. Okay, he had the 40-ish energy, but he really looked like he was like at least like 37, 38, maybe.
yeah. I think it's his late 40s when he ended. There we go.
Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, he still had like the energy. It's rare.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that I should say about anything else about the James Bond thing? Well, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
we might eventually like, do a watch around various eras maybe in the future.
Most likely, depending.
Yeah, depending. Let's see. The big party. But something curious maybe.
Yeah, well, we got to talk about it with our freshest little boy Chris and everything.
Yeah, true enough. Or I might just one day stream it or something.
Something
A
like
fair
that. Yes,
your random
and then we can
maybe.
just talk about it afterwards by recording.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, just like we have to. This is a lot. Like there's this week that's fun. Um, yeah,
Mm.
hard to believe I'll 25 official box films, not counting the unofficial one or spoofs or even the TV movie focusing around 50.
Now, when there's like a TV movie, I feel like that TV movies like expand more on what they can do in an official movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like uh, a loose adaptation
Hmm.
or like the first, because like it's like a watered down version of it, but I think it was good at times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That like spooks the center around too, where it's just like a joking version of Bond
Ah,
and stuff. And stuff.
okay. Well, given how we're in a James Bond mood, I guess, and we've talked about as much as stuff as we can about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just double up on who played who. Sean Connery played James Bond from 1962 to 67 and came back for one
Mm-hmm.
more in 1971.
Yes.
George Lansby played him for a movie in 1969.
Yes.
Roger Moore from 1973 to 1985. Oh, he's kind of old looking. I
Yeah,
bet.
it was like 57 in the
Oh,
end.
oh,
He
okay,
was like the old Bond
okay,
actor.
okay,
Funny stuff.
okay. Timothy Dalton, 1987 to 89, so he's the shortest.
Mm-hmm.
Then Piers Bronson, 1995 to 2002, and
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, 2006 to 2021.
Yeah. Well, longer. But that's because like there's like 5 year gap to this inspector.
Well, yes,
That's it.
and well, I'm not sure why there was such a long gap. Maybe something happened in production or
I
something.
think it's because there's like going to reshoot. Or no, it's just rewrite.
Oh, okay.
Rewrites, that's what it's like they rewrote I think they rewrote the plot so like 4 times.
Oof.
Where they got it also he was like one point got burned out because he injured himself. He was
Oh.
annoyed because like when you're injured and you're probably like I feel like shit. Not the best mood, maybe they don't know to do the stuff. But but he did love working with Bear and he worked with him.
Okay.
And you get down the emotions on final shoot, the final scene he shot. He was just so proud of that.
Well, that's good. Very good. I'm happy for
And,
you.
yeah, the thing, he knew that at 53 or something like that, he's just like, I can't do these stunts anymore. Start like past the baton. Someone who's younger, maybe
Yeah, well,
and can handle it because James Bond is you get a lot of stuff.
and the thing about James Bond is, I guess you can enter in any whatever age and have your version of James Bond you enter in with, and he's your James Bond, I guess. Like it's the
Yeah.
same thing, like as with the whole Doctor Who situation. Like my Doctor Who is the 11th Doctor, so
Hmm.
it's my Doctor Who, and after that, I'm kind of done.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
like so many eras of Bond, like we all grew up in an era where James Bond has been around as well. Oh,
in terms, oh, sorry, go on.
and there's a definite charm to each Bond, and what each actor playing Bond has their like own charms or weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And if we ever do get to and Caesars, I will talk to you more about Earth Lines being out. He bullshitted the producers into getting him fired a little bit more because
Oh,
he exaggerated his resume to say and he BS the producers into giving him a job because spoilers, he was not really an actor.
oh,
But he convinced the producers enough that says, you know what? Yeah, you're an actor because you were able to bullshit the producer
nice.
and things. But there's other things about that movie that kind of killed. But like once again, him showing emotion and sort of crying because he lost his wife. Yeah, men back then were just being idiots. and just like, Bond can cry. No, he did because he's human. He isn't Superman.
Wow.
He's human, more or less. And I fear that some people might once again just make a big deal. James Bond can't die. Well, he's human. He ain't
He's
gonna last forever.
he's not the Batman. He's not Superman. He has no extraordinary powers. He's just
Yeah.
a very good agent, or one of the best agents in the world, apparently.
Yeah, he is. And speaking of death, it was a fitting death. It was fit way than Craig's Rock and like past the duck. No way, you know, wipe like the slate clean. Uh, Wrap up like all Craig's like storylines.
Mm.
Blofeld dying because Bond actually got like the virus was made for Blofeld. Didn't realize it. Whoops. He didn't. Whoops. Yeah. So like major characters like him, Blofeld dying, Bond dying, Felix Leiter dying, Jeffrey Wright, back for more more or less like a cameo for Jeffrey Wright.
Hmm.
I was like really so confusing. And then he was like gone and stuff. But yeah. So it was a good fitting way to end this universe, I feel. And once again, Bond, the next Bond will have his own universe. Well, more likely.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. And hey, so yeah, Bond's immortal.
yes,
In a sense.
yes.
Not literally, just like in a sense. He's not original cool. There's no less I
I'm
don't
rea-
think.
I'm realizing James Bond might not be the smartest thing. He ain't a genius. He's just adaptable, I think.
Yeah, he's adaptable. He's lucky. He uses his head and can, and he adapts.
He's
Sometimes he's not the brightest or the best fighter in the picture, you know.
he's no
So
Sherlock Holmes.
yeah, he's not Sherlock Holmes. Like Sherlock Holmes was actually very smart and could fight.
I can believe it.
You know, he may not be the strongest fighter. Sherlock Holmes at least could put up his own and die. As he was good at boxing and other like martial arts at the time.
I don't know why I pictured James. I'm sorry. I don't know why I pictured Sherlock Holmes also knowing fencing, like very good fencing skills with a sword.
I think he does or might have. Maybe again if he does, but I'm pretty sure he's familiar with it.
And he just like I analyze everything, like just like a quick
Mhm.
analyzer. Like I analyze it. Okay, maybe I might be exaggerating going by that one movie of Sherlock Holmes I saw with Robert Downey Jr. at one time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I know
he just analyzes
Sherlock.
everything. Like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, like I know Sherlock Holmes, kind of like that raises when analyze things from his armchair because Sherlock Holmes' brother's like smart, but that little motivation unless he was pushed at times
Mm.
in canon. Like
By,
that.
by Watson, by Watson, he was pushed by
Yeah,
Watson. Like, put Sherlock, put Holmes.
yeah, Mark. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes' brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like Sherlock Holmes' brother was like lazier than Sherlock was.
Oh wait, Sherlock had a brother? Oh,
Yes,
I thought it
yes.
was just. I just thought it was strictly Sherlock, Watson, and whatever lady he lived with at that
Well,
house.
it primarily was him, but he does have an older brother who works for the British government.
Oh,
And in some cases, I think some comics he is considered to be like the inspiration for him. Like I think in what's it? The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I think got that idea
oh, okay.
Yeah, so like he's supposed to be like the inspiration, you know. Sherlock Holmes' like brother, um, more or less was like a brain trust. Like if someone more or less government, you go to him for advice
Mm-hmm.
and you streamline it. It's like someone like modern Sherlock Holmes, Trey Sherlock Holmes' brother has a like a spy or like working for like the government in like a MI6 capacity or MI5 capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like Benedict Cumberbatch um series has his brother working. I think MI6. I forget.
I do need to
Maybe
watch that
maybe
series. I need to
or
watch that
maybe
series.
MI5. I forget.
Mm.
Forget. But also for those the guy who plays Shock's brother in Cumberbatch series is like one of the creative forces behind that series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the comedy too. Well, like produced comedy, like for Press TV. So, yeah,
British comedies can be on point. It's funny.
yeah, I do enjoy them. Well, deep I thought for.
But I'm sorry, we've dived into Sherlock Holmes territory, and actually, maybe it would be cool if there was like a crossover between Sherlock Holmes and James Bond.
Yeah, that would be cool.
They
That would
just
be interesting.
they
Oh,
would just be I don't know, maybe be adverse at first, but then just say, okay, we gotta work together. It must work.
yeah.
Yes.
We're regetting Lupin versus Sean Holmes this year, so
It's
yeah,
nice.
for like part six.
Oh shit,
So,
that's how that's gonna go. Sherlock Holmes and Lupin, huh?
yeah, Sean Holmes, Lupin, and other shenanigans. Because episode 0 was released like Saturday.
Okay, so that's what Lockie was talking about.
Yeah, and that's last time we'd hear Jigen's like old old actor or VA, like that'd be like premiere and the new Jigen VA would start next week.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I guess. Well, we've already had a Lupin the Third kind of talk, like what 2 years ago.
Yes, she did. It was really good.
Yeah, so if you want to check, if you want to ever talk, if you want to start to hear about Lupin, just go to that video on Mike's page at MM
Yes.
Morse 17 on YouTube and check it out. It's like I think it's like a very high rated one. That
Yeah, yeah. Over 1,000 views. Really good. It got first. Music. I guess people were really curious to see what I thought the loop.
I guess. I mean, I know that ain't it for me. I mean, I think I sound less confident when I was did it the first time. And it's like, oh shit, this was like when we were really trying to get into the whole CJM thing and shit.
Yeah, and all the CJM thing. But we got better. And we even have Chris Streams plus podcast,
Yeah.
which I'm assuming we'll be doing like it's Sunday.
Yes, that'd be on
He's,
Sunday. Yeah.
I
So
guess DC Fandom
that's gonna
is
be on
this weekend.
Saturday. That's gonna be on Saturday when we go see, hopefully, go see Halloween.
Yeah, we'll see Halloween, and hopefully we'll see the Batman trailer after we get out.
Yeah. I know we'll be. I'll try to pay attention to what's going on. We'll both be checking up on
Yeah,
updating
I'm pretty sure
ourselves.
it'll be in the afternoon. No,
Afternoon. Yeah.
yeah, Batman trailer in the like video game, TV series news plus Crow's Peacemaker news as well.
And along with the crossover for the, I guess, the CW
Oh
verse.
yeah, CW crossovers. Maybe Black Adam image sides his head, which I thought was a joke, but apparently it was real. Like, okay.
But yeah. Oh, right. I forgot. 5 seconds left. Yeah, I forgot to mention the gadgets are very big in the zeitgeist of James Bond shit. Apparently.
Oh yes, the gadgets are always popular. Like like wristwatches, like lasers, or exploding, like weapons, cigars. Uh, Can't remember. Well, this one had like a robot guy. One of the bad guys.
Mm.
Or kind of corny death, but it was just at least believable. Then, but cars, good looking cars.
A jetpack, apparently.
Yeah, jetpack, good jets, beautiful locations.
Yes, yes, very beautiful locations.
Yeah,
Very bright. I don't know
yeah,
why.
you,
I don't know why Goldfinger sticks out to me with having nice locations, but particularly when it came to the car and the driving. Like, God damn it, that was
mm-hmm, no, definitely.
apparently there's criticisms with the James Bond character in the
Uh-huh,
media, the political spectrum, and the debated popular cultural studies. Some
uh-huh.
observers accuse the Bond novels and films of misogyny. Well, of course, it was at the time, so I'm not really gonna get it up about that shit.
Yeah,
It's up the
time was
times. Come on.
just part of the concept.
So let's just calm the fuck down, right?
Yeah,
Geographers have considered the role exotic locations in movies the dynamic of the Cold War, with power struggles among bloc playing out in the peripheral areas. Other critics have claimed Bond reflects imperial nostalgia. And
yeah,
no time director Cary Fukunaga has described Sean Connery's version of Bond to be actually basically outrageous.
yeah. Hmm.
Wikipedia, look it up. I'm just doing
Yeah.
that as a periodic thing just to read for the information.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And Cary Fukunaga was the director of this film. He did a good job. I'm curious about his age. Oh, 44. Congrats. Okay. Oh shit, he was born in Oakland, California. Fuck.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he also co-wrote Stephen King's adaptation of it.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
Because I think he was the original director, but for the current one, or like the last one, yeah. He,
So it's clear. So he's biracial. He is half Japanese and half
yeah.
Swedish American. So he looks more like both. Actually, he looks both like both and everything of his heritage.
Mm-hmm.
One wouldn't not one. I guess one wouldn't say he's Asian, but he is. So respect that.
Yeah.
He did a number of short films. Good writing skills. So I wish him bigger and better pastures in the future.
Uh-huh.
And any closing remarks, Mike?
Yeah. Well, James Bond franchise has been like very popular. I mean, it had, of course, its ups and downs. Like, once again, it has its criticisms, but just remember, Bond was a product of a different era, different time. There's the Cold War era of Bond, then really just post-war era, and then there's Bond era of Bond, and they all adapt and feed off each other, and like I said, for better or worse, Bond is actually a good or a franchise that's some issues problem would make you say, oof, today because of just story making, but it's a decent series to get into.
Hmm.
I like it, and yeah, and so once again, I think if once again start with GoldenEye, and if you're not into GoldenEye, start with Dan and Craig because this era is pretty successful now.
Has ups and downs like anything, but yeah.
Yeah, and once again, like Dan and Craig here is very representative of the Bond overall Bond era as well. It's like it has its ups and downs. Good movies, okay movies, decent movies. What were they thinking?
Um, I guess my closing thoughts are I'm more for the music score of I get more the score of James Bond. I'm kind of seeing now the significance of his character nowadays, more or less. Um, I'm
Mm,
thinking that his franchise is like second or third for rating, like a ranking. I think it'd be like third of like how it's the populace attention because it's not because it's not a Star Wars or at this point MCU or
yeah.
even slasher or whatever franchise
Mm,
genres and shit. I'm thinking it's like a third place in my head of James Bond fandom and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if I had to pick, I can't really pick who a favorite of mine is because I think I believe more. I think they're all good, more or less, by respect wise. So because
Yeah.
it's been going all these years, so I have no favorite. Again, I just go
Yeah.
more for the music. I can't believe we forgot this, but it's totally relevant. Or we can probably do like a small snippet one sometime of
Yeah.
all the James Bond ladies who are just fucking hot.
Yeah. So on them, they're definitely people and amazing. Some of them got popular from their appearances,
Yeah,
and
we will. I guess we'll probably make another CGM Extra. No, I guess I
yeah.
will. We will do a small episode about the women of James Bond because apparently my girl, no, I'm sorry, not girl, the person who played Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, she was apparently a James Bond woman
Yes,
in
she was.
so I'm so fucking curious about talking about
Yeah,
that
I
sometime.
liked her character. Never let die. The fortune teller, more or less. Or German, not for but technically fortune teller. She read tarot cards. It
Nice,
was interesting. Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I found Kodo. Good actor, made recipes. Was the bad guy in that film.
Mm. So we will talk about more of the extra stuff of James Bond in another
Yeah,
episode.
because there's a lot, including, some of the villains
Mm,
and psychic villains. Quote
mm,
unquote, they're not the main villains, but they're like secondaries.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm going by what you're saying because again, I'm like
yeah.
general fan.
We'll talk more about the choice of Hot Job and Jaws, yeah, next time. Because Jaws, when we get to the films of Jaws, they are something.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts. Hope you listen to this far into the video. We are an hour and 22 minutes in, Mike. So
Yes.
I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I will drop this video probably in a day or two, and
Mm-hmm.
look forward to our next James Bond talk of the women and extra stuff that we can get into James
Mm-hmm.
Bond.
Hell yeah.
So I am Jeff.
And I'm Michael.
This is CJM Extra, and we will see you next time.
Next time. Later.
Peace.
Please.
See ya.